Hey, what's going on, everybody? Just wanted to give you a quick update what's going on with the market. So let's talk about what the last 3 years looked like. As a buyer, people are asking me all the time, as buyers and as sellers, this a good time to buy or sell? So I want to take a look at what happened in the past and where we're at right now. For the last 3 years as a buyer, we had low interest rates. That was your pros and cons, low interest rates. Everything else was a negative. The seller controlled everything. They had all the leverage. You had to pay way over asking price, a lot of times even over appraised value, and putting cash up over appraised value, waiving inspection and all other contingencies. The seller wouldn't fix anything. You had multiple competitive offers that you were dealing with, and honestly, you were just hoping and praying that your offer would get accepted. That's what we were dealing with pretty much for the last 3 years as a buyer. As a seller, we love that. That was amazing. Amazing market. As a buyer, it was a bit of a bloodbath. And I had so many buyers saying, I just want to wait till things calm down. Well, I want to show you what's happened recently because things have calmed down. So let me get rid of this. Okay. So this is what it looks like now. This is the new market, the current market. Everything is basically flip-flop. The buyers have most of the leverage now. You can actually negotiate less than asking price because most sellers are still trying to price their home at what was just 4, 5, 6 months ago, and they haven't figured out where the market really is today. Roughly, we were up about 20% for the first half of the year, and now we're only up about 10%. Anywhere from 5 to 12% really is where we're up. When I say up, I mean year over year. So that means we've come down from where we were earlier this year. So home prices have come down from where they were earlier this year, but they're still up year over year. I think we'll probably end in most places year over year a positive appreciation rate of somewhere between 5 and 10%. And a normal appreciation rate is a 3 to 5%. So we just have enjoyed a ridiculous amount of appreciation, and the rate of appreciation has been through the roof these last 3 years, especially the last year and a half. And when they raised the interest rates, that was designed to slow everything down so that home prices would go up slower, that they wouldn't go up so fast in price. And it's been effective. So as a buyer, you can now make offers on homes. A lot of times you can negotiate the price down. There's no need to waive inspection because there's less buyers in the marketplace right now. Every time an interest rate goes up even 1%, a buyer loses 10% of their purchasing power. And so the rates have gone up since May, June, that time frame. Rates have gone up somewhere between 3 and 4%. They're up around 7.5% right now. So that's 30 to 40% in purchasing power that many buyers lost. So if you're a buyer out there, though, that does have purchasing power still, this is where you can really get a great deal right now, and something that you weren't able to do. So as soon as those rates come back down again, that's going to get it more competitive again because the inventory still remains pretty low. By inventory standards, we're still in a seller's market, but because there's actually so little buyers right now, there's less buyers than there is even low inventory. It's really a buyer controlled market right now. You can get sellers to pay rates down, pay for repairs and improvements. It gives you time to think about your purchase. You don't have to rush so quick. You could even, if you have a contingent home that you have to sell before you can close on your new home, you could do that. You really couldn't. It was really hard to do that the last 3 years. You can do that now. And you can negotiate longer contract to close times. All of that is positive. The cons are obviously higher rates and low inventory. So how do we deal with all of that? I want to show you something here. Okay. So if you're able to look at this screen here, this is what we call a buy down calculator. Okay, this is what we're doing to help buyers get great rates right now, and kind of get a great price on the house and get a great rate so they can kind of wait out the storm. Because like I said, as soon as those rates come back down, you're going to see more and more buyers be more competitive. It may not be quite as crazy as it was before. In fact, I'm sure it won't be, but it will get more competitive. Right now, buyers have their pick for the most part, just because of where rates are. So if you can get a 7% interest rate right now, which depending on your credit and stuff, you should be able to get 7 to 7.5, but we'll just use 7. Let's say you're buying a $500,000 house, you're putting 5% down. So you're doing 475 as your loan amount. You can have the seller pay up to, depending on your loan program, without getting too far in the weeds, they could pay up to 6%, even 9% in some cases. So like on an FHA loan, they could pay up to 6%. So this would require 4%, $21,000 would come out of the seller side, and it would allow you to do a 3-2-1 buy down, which means the first year you'd have a 4% rate, you'd be saving almost $900 a month on your payment. Second year, 5%, 6 year, 6%, and then it would go to that 7% the third year. Now, remember, I said we're expecting rates to come down in the next 8 to 12 months. And we think most people think they're going to settle in somewhere in the fives, mid to low fives, maybe in the sixes, depending on credit score and the type of program. And so even if you did this, you've got a massive amount of savings. You may not be able to lock in and refi at the 4, but you could refi at a 5% potentially in 8 to 12 months. And you got a great deal on the house, and you were able to get a great interest rate in the meantime. Or you could do a simple 2-1 buy down, which is the second option here. It's a little less expensive for the seller, so they're more apt to probably be interested in helping with that. And instead of the 4% for the first year, you get a 5%, 6% second year, and then it moves to 7%. So, marry the house, don't marry the rate. You've heard us say that before. These are the ways that we're able to help buyers take advantage of the current market that's really soft right now. That I think there's a small window, most likely. How long it's going to last, I don't know. But with the window being the way it is, you can negotiate prices down. You might be able to get a deal on a house that you wouldn't normally be able to get on in any other market. And you're getting a great deal, and you're able to get the interest rate bought down so that you aren't paying out the nose. So those are ways that we're getting creative about that. If you have any questions about this, or you want access to this calculator, let me know. Happy to share it. And if you got any friends, family members, coworkers that are thinking about buying or selling, and they're just not sure, and they're a little hesitant because of the market, anytime there's change like that, like this, as rapid as there has been, a lot of people tend to kind of sit on the fence. And honestly, depending on your situation, a lot of times the people who are willing to make decisions are the ones that are getting the good deals right now. So now on the seller side, we're advertising this type of stuff. Instead of doing huge price adjustments, we're looking at doing things where you might be able to contribute $11,000 towards a buy down and still get a better price for your home than maybe your neighbor's getting right now. So those are ways that we can be successful on both sides of the aisle there for sellers and for buyers. So if you have any questions, let us know. I hope this information is helpful. Hope you guys are doing well, and we'll talk soon. All right, bye.